Prepare for productivity pandemonium while your competitors scatter effort across 100 activities like confetti at a failure festival. One mathematical formula creates nearly 600% advantage on what actually matters. Aleksandr Karelin went 13 years undefeated, not through being better technique at wrestling, but through systematic intensity. He knew exactly what he was doing. None of them train like I train every single day of my life, is what he would say when questioned. We're going to talk about this guy. Hello, I am Todd Hagopian, the original Stagnation Assassin, CEO of Stagnation Assassins. As always, this will be a fast paced, bold, in your face episode where we will help teach all of the aspiring stagnation assassins out there how to declare war on stagnation. If you have issues with working harder than ever, but achieving less than competitors who seem to do everything effortlessly, in this podcast, you will learn about the Karelin method of mathematics that multiply your productivity, the three weapons that deploy overwhelming force, and the 50-hour sustainable boundary that prevents burnout while maintaining intensity, which is so important. Picture this productivity purgatory. You're running around like a caffeinated chipmunk, checking tasks, attending meetings, responding to emails, feeling furiously busy. Meanwhile, your focused competitor just captured your best customer because they understand the math of domination. Most executives spread their 40 hours across 100 different activities. That's 24 minutes per activity per week. You're not working, you're pretending to work across everything while accomplishing nothing significant anywhere. I've watched leadership teams celebrate working 60 hours a week while spending maybe 8 hours on the activities that actually drive transformation results. That's not dedication, that's expensive distraction. They're professionals at looking productive while producing nothing that matters. The horrifying reality: your competitor isn't working twice as hard. They're working on the right things with concentrated force. While you're spreading peanut butter thin across everything, they're hammering the handful of activities that determine victory. There was this manufacturing company where engineers invested about 80% of technical hours on products that generate less than 10% of your profits. Sound familiar? They were paying Gordon Ramsay to cook ramen noodles. Criminal waste of capability in the wrong direction. But here's the real betrayal: the work life balance cult has convinced people that working more than 40 hours a week is unhealthy. So now we have armies of employees efficiently doing the wrong things for exactly 40 hours a week. Congratulations, you've optimized irrelevance. Stanford research proves productivity peaks at about 50 hours a week. Beyond 55, you actually start to be less productive, less than at 50. So the 70-hour martyrs aren't heroes. They're producing negative returns on those extra hours while burning out their teams. The worst part: most organizations can't even identify which 20% of activities drive the 80% of the value. They have task lists, project management software, elaborate dashboards, and zero clarity on what actually matters. They're measuring motion instead of measuring impact. So it is time to unleash the Karelin method and multiply your productivity like a mathematical monster. Here's the formula: volume times efficiency times focus. 5.76 times the productivity, not additive, multiplicative. Small advantages compound exponentially when they interact. Let me break this down. Factor one: strategic work volume. Go from 40 hours to 50 hours a week. That's 25% more time, completely sustainable according to research. 520 additional hours annually, but only if those hours are productive. Factor two: systematic efficiency. 20% more output per hour through eliminating waste, standardizing procedures, decision trees for common problems, point of use materials, outsourcing AI, not heroic effort, systematic elimination of friction. Factor three: extreme focus. Spend 80% of your time on the 20% of activities that drive all the value. This is the secret weapon that no one does, creating 4 times multiplier on what matters. Do the math. Your competitor works 40 hours with 30% focus on critical activities. That's 12 hours a week on what matters. You work 50 hours with 80% focus at 1.2 times efficiency. That's 48 effective hours. 4 times the impact on your critical activities. Now deploy these 3 weapons for even more gains. Weapon 1, morning war room, 15 minutes a day, standing only, 7:30 a.m. sharp, late equals 10 push-ups. Nobody's late twice. Round robin, 2 minutes. What's blocking transformation today? Decisions made immediately. No, let me gather more data. One team went from 2-week decision cycles to 30-second decisions because of war rooms. Weapon 2, weekly kill list. Monday morning, list your top 10 priorities. Cross out numbers 8, 9, and 10 in thick red ink. Refuse to work on them. Post it publicly so your team sees it. When someone brings you item number 9, say, that's on my kill list, not working on it. What else do you need? Weapon 3, 6-week battle campaigns. The 3A method of continuous improvement. Apprehend, analyze, activate. Weeks 1 and 2, achieve 70% confidence on problem definition. Weeks 3 and 4, eliminate the unnecessary steps before solving anything. And weeks 5 and 6, implement and standardize. Run 6 to 8 campaigns simultaneously, and you get 52 improvements annually versus 2 to 4 from traditional approaches. The critical boundary, 50 hours maximum. Beyond 50, productivity declines, quality suffers, burnout accelerates. This isn't about killing yourself and your people. It's about channeling intensity where it actually matters. One company implemented this system and achieved 37% revenue growth using the same equipment, same facilities, same headcount, just focused effort instead of scattered effort. Remember to visit toddhagopian.com for some awesome free content on slaying stagnation, or go straight to the source and visit the world's largest stagnation slaughterhouse at stagnationassassins.com. Make sure to sign up for updates, follow me on the socials, buy our books, do all the things. But most importantly, tune in next time as we continue to declare war on stagnation. Now let's talk about your homework. Your Karelin transformation assignment. Calculate your personal multiplier this week. I want you to track your hours, estimate your efficiency, measure what percentage goes to your top 20% of activities. Then launch one morning war room, 15-minute standing decisions made immediately. Create your kill list, cross out priorities 8, 9, and 10. And when you see concentrated effort producing 4 times results versus your scattered exhaustion, you will never spread your energy like confetti at a failure festival again. Thank you, folks. See you next time.